Stay over here at the Trio Cast. And I'm going to play one of these dope records that some people get off in here. Let's see which one it's going to be. But welcome back to the Trio Cast, man. I'm trying to come do a little casting with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fool with me because you're cool with me. Hopefully you know what to do with me. Yeah, I like this one. This one hard. Put that Trio herbal tea in their face. Hezeleo. We're gonna run a verse of that. South Central, what it is.
Let's go. Money is the aim. Dead crackers on my phone. Rap money. Truck money, nigga, I'm on. Sold my own records, now I got 5 cars. Street nigga, legendary fucking hood star.
Yeah.
Roll with a pimp, now my nigga in the sky. Stay dying too, real niggas don't die. Bitches on my dick, I'm talking Castle Gray Skull. Playing with a nigga, get your pussy ass hugged. Out. My nigga know I'm talking about.
Hold off the Texas.
Ripping for the South. Swinging in my leg on that east side. Never let hoe ass niggas ride.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just playing a verse of that. Yeah, I just wanted to run a verse of that. You know what I'm saying? I was over there fooling around on another apparatus. I ain't even gonna name what apparatus it was, because I'm trying to learn it and get it popping. I see what people doing over there, but that's either here nor there. Welcome back to the Trio Cast, man. We gonna Trio Cast like it go. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what we got going on. But what I want to talk about first is this right here. Y'all been seeing, and I've been seeing heavily in the news. The homie, you know what I'm talking about? He not my homie, you know what I mean? But the homie. We've been seeing Sean Puffy P. Diddy Combs. How many other names he got? I think he got 14 more names, but it either here nor there. We've been seeing Diddy heavily in the news with his trial. Now, I can't even sit here and lie to you and tell you I've been paying close attention to the trial. I don't think I ever watched 1 minute of it. I haven't watched 60 seconds of it. All I've been watching is the clips everybody posting and what they talking about. And normally what they posting is something that somebody said. A character witness, somebody who was involved, you know what I'm saying, closely with Diddy. Mostly Cassie and whoever then spoke already. But what I wanted to say about that is this. Let me see. If y'all agree, you can let me know in the chat that you agree. If you disagree, I ain't gonna feel no kind of way. You also could let me know. But back in the day, man, you had players such as Hugh Hefner, right? Let's talk about Hugh Hefner first. You had players like Hugh Hefner, who became an older gentleman that was celebrated because he had a house full of bunnies. He had a house full of young, beautiful women. I didn't see nobody demonize. I'm not coming to Puffy's defense, but I'm just saying, in the court of law, which I don't believe in none of that, but at the same time, you're innocent until you're proven guilty. Anybody can just say something about you and say, you did this or you did that. But let's look at it from this way. Why, when Hugh Hefner walked around with a cigar and a smoking jacket and a robe, surrounded by young, beautiful women, why was he celebrated? I didn't see nobody demonizing him. and they dirty laundry about what they was doing behind closed doors. Nobody knows where the nose goes when the doors close. And I don't remember too much scandal coming out about Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Bunnies. They probably had to sign an NDA. They probably had to sign a non-disclosure agreement stating we won't talk about the goings on at the Playboy Mansion. Now they say that Diddy was throwing what you call freak off parties. Now I heard that Hugh Hefner at that Playboy Mansion threw a hell of a party every year also. But I don't think it was called a freak off. But was it some freaking off goings on? I'm pretty sure it was, but ain't nobody came out with that. And no, he's not on trial, but I'm just making a comparison of the freakazoids in the entertainment industry. You see what I'm saying? They demonizing P. Diddy. But I also see the participants were all adults. You know? The participants was all adults. And like I say, you may agree with me and you may disagree with me. One way or the other, put it in the chat. You did? When you got willing adults, willing to partake in things that they normally wouldn't, and then many years later, you know what I'm saying, feel some kind of way about it. What was stopping you back in the day from feeling some kind of way about it? I have an idea what it might be. The influence, the status, the popularity, the fame, and the money. Fame will make people do some strange things. If you're not battle tested, if you haven't been through anything and you don't have a spine, and if you don't know who you are, you're going to bend, break, fold, ball up. You're going to do anything and everything. And one of the most major things is if you are a follower. If you don't have your own mind and you are bothered by peer pressure, you're going to do some of anything and everything under the sun, especially when you get around influential people. But that let me know a lot of people who was around him was money hungry. They wanted to be around that limelight, and they didn't know themselves. I don't give a damn who you are, how famous you are. I ain't putting no coke up my nose, and I ain't going to no freak offs. I knew that there at a young age, you hear me? I knew that there at a young age. For instance, when I went on the road with Pimp C, beforehand, I already had them been battle tested because I was moving around in the industry on the lower level by myself some of the time and with one of my partners. And we engaged and we went to different parties and we seen different celebrities and we seen different activities. But because we come from the PA streets and we were introduced to peer pressure and all sorts of things that goes on in the hood, it didn't bother us one bit. It didn't bother us when they said such and such them over in the corner doing this, or such and such them over there doing that. We didn't want to go mix and mingle with such and such them so bad that we would go put coke up our nose, or we'll go hang in that circle and smoke fry, or go in that circle and take pills. We ain't do any of that. Matter of fact, one of my partners, he didn't even drink. You know? He didn't even drink. That's how sober he was in the midst of, I'm talking about one hell of a gangster party. 3-4 times a week. So being dipped in that fire, tested and tried, I came out looking like brass. So when Pimp came home and I re-entered into this world, but on a higher scale and a better level, we went to all sorts of parties. We ain't never went to no freak off. But we went to all sorts of parties and events and concerts where it was all type of activities going on. And all I can tell you is, every one of them events, I remain this right here, the word that's on my hat. I remain that right there. So in my mind and in my eyes, adults adulting with adults, that ain't my business. Now, I don't know what's criminal about what he did. Like I say, I ain't been watching that close. So I don't know what's the criminal acts, why he's in court and things of that nature. Now, I know he kicked off in our ass a couple times and whatnot, but I thought that was paid off. I thought it was a 50 mil payoff for none of that to go no further. But something happened during that payoff. Because it seems like everybody in a Momo them is popping out talking about something that he did to them back in the day. So again, let me see, Hustle Town USA. Man, he good. Matter of fact, appreciate you asking. He actually just called me probably about 30 minutes prior to me getting online. But like I was saying, all the adults that participated in whatever the homie had going on during that time, they must have had some kind of incentive. Because during the time of the acts, everybody was complicit. Everybody was down with the play. But many years later, I guess, after the dusting settled, and homies still up like the ceiling, playing with billions. I'm just saying, I don't know if this to be true. I'm just saying. Jonathan Lewis, what's up? Homies still up like the ceiling, playing with billions. You broke as a joke, but you remember that he did you some kind of wrong when y'all was at the freak off. So now you backdoor and jump on the train and say, hey, he pissed on me too. So, you know what I mean? Like, if I was the judge listening to all that cockamamie, I'd say, man, get that shit out of here. He did what? He pissed on you. So, you ain't say nothing about it that day. You know what I mean? Yeah. You ain't say nothing about it that day when he pissed on you. Why you waited 20 years later acting like you still pissed off because you got pissed on? You ain't mad you got pissed on. You broke. You broke and you gonna hustle your way, get Diddy ass locked up and get some of that bread. Now I see Jaguar Wright. Let me see. He trying to get a check. Yeah, they trying to get a check, man. Yeah, man. Real G's, real men don't move like that. I don't care how famous you is. A real man ain't gonna move like that. You know? It don't matter how much money you got. Don't matter how much fame you got. You're not gonna put a stack of money on the table and tell me to compromise myself. I'm gonna get offended. I'm gonna get offended. I'm gonna disregard what you got on the table and I'm gonna look at you. You know what I'm saying? What possessed you to think you could come at me like that? Huh? You saw a bitch? But yeah, let me see. Facts. I'd rather live by a dumpster before I trade my manhood. Yeah, I'm gonna be right there with you at the dumpster. Yeah, yeah. Eating crumbs with bums instead of steaks with snakes. I'd rather eat some crumbs with the bums instead of some steaks with the snakes. It's all about knowing who you are to the best of your ability and staying grounded. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, them boys been violated, man. I understand when you get in that industry and you get around all that access and that money. It's almost like a dream. You don't want to go back to your reality. You don't want to go back to your struggle or whatever. Maybe I'm back. But yeah, maybe the homie is a demon. Maybe he has done some demonic stuff with them people, and they should do whatever they need to do. But let's not forget, these are all adults. These are all willing participants and adults. Where's the crime? I don't know. I don't know. But I do see crime when I hear about. Let me ask you this. Well, anybody in here right now, hit the like button and check in. If anybody in here right now, hit the like button and check in. Let me see. With the damn razor blade, I commenced to chop. That's that bought a Cadillac. Facts already, man. Pitching. Yeah, he pitching in the kitchen, pitching and catching. So, let me see. If I'm gonna give y'all a scenario, I want y'all to give me y'all honest opinion on this scenario. If a 24-year-old man, you hear me? If a 24-year-old man was interested in your 14-year-old daughter and he came calling on her, how would you feel about that? How would you react to that? Put it in the chat. I'm going to say it again. If a 24-year-old man was interested in your 14-year-old daughter, how would you react to that if he came calling on her? He knocked on your door and said, I'm here to date your daughter. And you're going to say, who is you? What kind of older man is you? He going to say, I'm 24. Boy, don't you know my daughter 14? Let me see. Jonathan Lewis say, I would grab that 40 ounce. Yeah. Jonathan Lewis say he grabbed that 40 water. I understand. I understand, as you should. But as we demonize Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, he may deserve it. He may not. I don't know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I was just keeping it short. He may be guilty and he may be a demon. One of his people actually purchased the book. One of his guys used to be down with him with the Bad Boy Records, named Mark Curry. He wrote a book called Dancing with the Devil. He called P. Diddy the devil. I believe he's still alive. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I need to get him on here and ask him what he think about all that's going on. You know what I'm talking about? I need to find him online and see if he'll come join me. And well, I got to get my YouTube back jumping first. I can't invite no guests over here. And boys think I didn't quit. Man, I ain't stopped. I just been handling good business. Let me see. Big bro, he had some willing people doing that time. Yeah, he had the people over there doing fugazi shit, and they was adults and they was willing. I look at it like that ain't my business. But I want to say this and make this point. So whoever in here now agree that a 24-year-old man trying to date a 14-year-old girl is some bullshit. Johnny, what's up, man? Say, before I say this, let me ask you this. What would you think of a 24-year-old man trying to seriously date a 14-year-old girl? A 24-year-old man trying to date a 14-year-old girl. What do you think about that? What are your thoughts? You know what I mean? How does that sound to you? Does that sound like some appropriate stuff? Or does it sound hella inappropriate? You know what I mean? Jonathan Lewis spoke on it. Johnny, what's your take? That boy going out like Mister from Color Purple. Yeah, back in the day, they was on that type shit. He's insane, and as a father, I wouldn't have it at all. I agree. I agree. But let me say this right here. While we joining the world demonizing P. Diddy, he did it. He did what? I don't know. Whoever he did it to was an adult. They wanted it. They wanted to be around their fame. I will go to jail. I will go to jail happy. I'm going to the county behind my little girls. Know what I'm talking about? How many girls you got? How many girls you got? I got 2. I got 2. And I be praying. Oh, man. Johnny got 3 of them. Yeah, man. Let me see. 5. 3 grown, 2 at home. Man, Jonathan got 5 girls. Come on, man. Damn it, man. Yeah. You keep that 40 in the ice box on Frigidaire. I already know. But man, I be praying that niggas don't play with my daughters, man. I thank God for so far how it is, man. I don't be wanting, I get it. I don't be wanting to crash out, but god damn it, boy, I don't play with no nigga girls. But yeah, so I paint that scenario to say this. While we demonizing and turning Diddy into this worst case scenario, her brothers won't have that at all. There it is. Protect us. That's what I be trying to get my sons to understand. Don't fight with your sister, fight for her. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I go to cut my comments. Yeah, give my commissary. Yeah, for real. So that scenario that I just painted the picture of, it was common back in the days. But those specific ages belong to one of the biggest pop stars. One of the biggest actors and biggest rock stars that ever existed so far in the United States on America. Those ages belong to Elvis and Priscilla Presley. Yeah, those ages belong to Elvis and Priscilla Presley. When Elvis met Priscilla Presley, he was 24 years old. I think the boy was grown already in the army, you know what I mean? And that little white girl was 14 years old. But they thought it to be all right that they date, get married, this and that. But we talking about some P. Diddy. Hugh Hefner got a house full of bitches. You hear me? Hugh Hefner got a house full of bunnies. This is Methuselah. All them little young bunnies just in there hopping around, and ain't nobody talk down on. Karl Malone was on that shit too. I gotta look that up. Karl Malone was how old? And his girlfriend was how old? Tell me about it. Karl Malone was how old and his girlfriend was how old? Yeah. I ain't heard too much about old Karl Malone. What the mailman was shipping. What the mailman was dropping off. Man, it is what it is. Let me see. Square business, check it out. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to check it out. It must be deep. But yeah, so we got two comparisons right there. Hugh Hefner and Elvis Presley. Why they didn't witch hunt them? We know why. But yeah, man, whatever happened with P. Diddy, if he did some people wrong, you know what I'm saying, that between him and his God. Am I thinking about it? Thinking, oh, he was 26 and she was 14. Damn it, man. That nigga pulled a Elvis Presley. That nigga pulled a Elvis Nestle. Yeah. Damn, Carl. Where Carl from? Carl must be from in the country somewhere. My skin is my sin type shit for sure. For sure. Carl must be from the country somewhere. I don't even want to name a state or city because it's going to be an insult. 26 and 14, Louisiana. Damn it, man. Nah, come on. Well, now, that nigga ain't from no, in Louisiana, that shit probably going on like a mofo, you know what I mean? Louisiana, that shit probably going, hey, that shit was going on in Texas too, nigga, man. Yeah, that shit in everybody family, man. That shit in everybody family, man. D Trill off in the building. What it is, man. Just chopping it up a little bit. Okay, so Carl Malone is from Louisiana. Yeah, that's a damn shame, man. So he was 26 and she was 14. That nigga outdid Elvis. Yeah, D Trill, we talking about P. Diddy being witch hunted on the stake. You see what I'm saying? He on the stake right now and they witch hunting Diddy. But I was making the comparison that they didn't witch hunt Hugh Hefner, nor did they witch hunt Elvis. You see what I'm saying? That's true. Damn, man. Yeah. So whatever did he do it? Whoever he did it, do why did it, do this wrong, do this wrong. Did he do some adults wrong? Do why did it dumb? I don't know, man. Shit, nigga. If a nigga do a adult wrong, well shit, nigga, make something happen that day. Nigga piss on you today, don't wait 10 years later. R.I.P. Pimp C. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Say if nigga piss on you today and you pissed off, don't wait no 20 years talking about you pissed on and pissed off. You ain't pissed off. You broke. You trying to get some change. Yeah. Jerry Lee Lewis. Damn it, man. I'm sure. Who is Jerry Lee Lewis? Jerry Lee Lewis was the singer. Jerry Lee Lewis was the singer, or was Jerry Lee Lewis the comedian? Jerry Lewis. Y'all remember Jerry Lewis? D Trill said they gotta take all, let me see, they gotta take down all our legends to hold the power. Yeah. Yeah, P. Diddy nasty ass. But look, Jerry Lee Lewis, was he like a rock star or something? Or was that the comedian? Cause I ain't gonna lie. I'm showing my age, but I fucked with Jerry Lewis, man. Y'all remember Jerry Lewis? That nigga, hey, I'm showing my age. Fuck it, let me see. Weird white dude. Now, come on, Pennywise. He just couldn't be no weird white dude. He had to be the singer. He was either the rock star singer or he was the comedian. Let me see. Let me read this right here. I look at it like whatever grown people do, that's their business. But like Pim said, don't come around here acting like you're straight. Yeah, straight up. That's straight up. Let me see. Jerry was wild and the piano player from Louisiana, Great Balls of Fire. Okay, yeah. So that's who I was thinking. So he was from Louisiana too? What part of Louisiana was he from? Let me see. He say he was both of them. Nah, man, y'all can't tell me that Jerry Lewis, the comedian, was tripping. Come on, man, that's my nigga, man. I don't want to hear Jerry Lewis, the comedian, was on some bullshit. I'm pretty sure his wacky ass was, you know what I'm saying? And nigga said that's that Cajun shit. Hey, them Cajun motherfuckers cook some good ass food, man. Let me see. Pimp had a lot of good sayings, bro. Yeah, Pimp was wise, man. Pimp was an old soul. Pimp was an old soul, man. Even when we were teenagers, Pimp carried himself like them old niggas. But my homeboy Big Jack was telling me where they was getting some of their swagger from, and some of their swagger was actually coming from old school player niggas. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, let me see. Square business, man. I was a young nigga in the mirror imitating the OGs. Yeah, yeah, say back to Jerry Lewis. Like Jerry Lewis was one of the greats. I don't know if they have no dirt on him. What's up, unknown? Yeah, yeah. I don't know if they got any dirt on him. That nigga say Ferris Day, Louisiana, Heron Kincaid, what it is. Who was from Ferris Kincaid? I mean, I call that nigga name Louisiana Ferris Kincaid. Now, Jerry Lee Lewis, the piano player, he was from Ferris, Louisiana. Ferris Day. I ain't never heard of that. Ferris Day, Louisiana. Great balls of fly. Let me see how that shit go. Oh, maybe he stole songs from Jerry Lee Lewis. I think he stole songs from Little Richard. I don't know. I'm just making up some shit that sound good. Man, I just seen New Jack City at Tria Burger. Hold on. Man, I just seen Jack in the city at Tria Burger. You talking about Stack? Or Jack, who I was just talking about? You talking about Stack Jack or my nigga Jack Jack? Big Jerry Lewis. Yeah, Jerry Lewis was a hell of an entertainer. He's still alive. Jerry Lewis still alive. Man, one day I seen some shit trip me out. Remember he used to have them Jerry Lewis telethons? Anybody remember that they used to have them Jerry Lewis, yeah, Jack the Barber. Yeah, he the one told me that. Y'all remember they used to have them Jerry Lewis telethons and shit raising money? And he would have all the superstars there and shit like that. Answering the phones, taking pledges, people calling in, pledging money and shit, sort of like TikTok is now. Yeah, you know what I mean? Niggas have motherfucker Jerry Lewis telethon, people calling in, pledging money. Y'all remember that? Let me see. That boy was scamming like motherfucker. Scamming, man. Nigga was scamming back there. That nigga was getting it, and then coming back with it. Yeah, man, why you gonna say it first, man? Why you gonna say it first, man? I was just about to say it, nigga, Jerry's kid. Yeah. Where them goddamn kids at now? You know what I'm saying? Where them goddamn kids at now, man? You know what I'm saying? But, so they was having a telethon like that. Let me see. Boy, about that, yeah, the nigga bought that new lack with that mustard and mayonnaise. Hey, the nigga bought that new lack with the mustard and mayonnaise bowls on it. Straight after the telethon. But look, I was watching some shit. It was after some hurricane. Let me see. You know, I'm gonna speak that real shit for real. I was watching some shit, man. It was after some kind of big old storm. And it was like one of them Jerry Lewis telethon things, but it was like fucking Tom Hanks there, Oprah Winfrey there, and then a few other like major superstars. Then they said some shit. They were like, we're gonna hand the microphone to our friend. Look, they say we're gonna hand the microphone to our friend. Man, I ain't know who they was finna get a microphone to. Man, guess who they gave the microphone to? They hand the microphone to Bun B. I say, God damn. Man, I ain't gonna lie. That shit fucked my head up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at these $1 billion head crackers and Oprah Winfrey was there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Tom Hanks and everybody. Like, them and they were doing the Jerry Lewis telethon type shit. And they were like, well, give it to him. Next up. And that nigga Bun got up there. Yeah, man, what's up, man? I say, damn. Nigga, we from the gutter in Port Arthur. This nigga up here with Tom Hanks and shit, Saving Private Ryan. This nigga up here with Oprah. How you say her name? What was her network called? what the Oprah Winfrey network called? Oxygen, I don't know. That nigga standing up there with all, I'm like, damn, is that nigga really how? I couldn't even imagine it. But yeah, I knew that nigga was playing on another level then. I said, boy, that nigga there playing on a whole nother motherfucking level. I'm not saying Pimp wouldn't have associated with people like that. Eventually, he would have got around fucking with people like that. But Pimp was more of like a underdog nigga. He liked to fuck with the underdog niggas, the gutter niggas. You know what I'm saying? Pimp liked to fuck with the gutter niggas. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I ain't saying he wouldn't have done that. Oh, it's called OWN, on, huh? I thought it was oxygen. Like when there was industry shit going on, Pimp wouldn't even elect to go to that shit. Pimp would be bullshitting, waiting on somebody to get off a plane. Like, I remember one time we was going to some kind of magazine shoot. Tree story. We supposed to be going to this magazine shoot. Whoever the magazine was, they had rented this big old ass, looked like an old army base or something. But it was just a big old ass white room. I think maybe they made stages up in it sometime. I don't know what they did. But Pimp's supposed to meet Bun there at a certain time. I think the shoot was supposed to start probably like at 12:31 p.m. Pimp tell me, go ahead over there. I'm like, you gonna meet me over there? He like, yeah, I'm gonna meet you over there. Go ahead over there. So me, I'll go over there about 12:45, 1. I get there, Bun get there. You know what I'm saying? And all the media people there. Houston Chronicle there. Just a whole bunch of people, and then the main people who was doing the magazine shoot. 1 o'clock come. You know when Pimp gonna arrive? I don't know. 2 o'clock. You know when Pimp gonna arrive? 3 o'clock. You know when Pimp? You know what I'm saying? It became kind of like people were getting annoyed. People were tripping. People was mad. I called him. I'm like, man, what the fuck you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, fuck you, nigga. They can't start that shit till I get there anyway. Them hoes just gonna have to wait. I say, well, nigga, for my own knowledge, what the fuck is you doing? Nigga, I'm at the airport picking up such and such. I say, man, come on, man. Nigga, I'll be there. You know what I mean? So probably about another hour passed. Them people were mad than a bitch. Look, everybody there was mad than a bitch. I had an interview with everybody over there probably twice. And then finally, probably about 4.5 to 5 hours late, Pimp come walking in that bitch. Everybody before he walked in was talking shit, threatening to pack up their shit and leave. He's unprofessional. We can't believe he's doing this. And that nigga walked in and say, man, what's up, man? Get them cameras to snap it. Everybody who was mad changed their whole attitude. Unpacked their shit and got to snapping them goddamn pictures, laughing like they was at a goddamn celebration. I say, look, these fake motherfuckers. 5 minutes ago, y'all was talking about that nigga unprofessional, fuck him, we finna leave. And all that nigga had to do was walk in this bitch and crack one joke, and all you bitches went to cheerleading. But yeah, man, so, you know, he walked in and stole the show and networked with everybody. But he ain't really give a shit about that. He gave a damn about his people and the people that he fucked with. The industry niggas, he wasn't tripping on meeting a new industry nigga. If he did, he did. But he was so woven and grandfathered in, that nigga was cool with all the, I ain't gonna say old school artists at the time, because they was the then artists. They was on then. So he be on the phone with Gip from Good and Mob, like on a daily basis. Too Short, daily basis. You know what I mean? Warren G, daily basis. Snoop Dogg, motherfucking Baby, Baby from Cash Money. Cash Money is armed. Better yet, a nib. You know what I mean? Put up your soldier rag. But hey, I was jamming that soldier rag the other day. That's why I posted that shit. That's why I posted that shit on my Instagram. I ain't put no caption to it. I think one of my people, my web admin, had posted that Juvenile had put out that project on that date, and that song was on there, Soldier Rag. Man, I used to love that shit. Let me see. I gotta say, big bro, you are like the Tony Yayo is to 50 Cent, silent and ride with your people. That track with Charlie Wilson, I listened to it. Yeah, that's a bad motherfucker. I wish I was the Tony Yayo, man. That nigga there. That nigga don't give a damn what Fifth do. That nigga right there. Fifth guilty, he guilty with him. That nigga solid than a bitch. And rich than a bitch. Ain't gotta do no rapping. You know who I hate to see left? Why Lloyd Banks left? Why did Lloyd Banks leave? I like Lloyd Banks. I was like, Lloyd Banks, I was ranking Lloyd Banks as one of the top spitters in the world. I thought he was like one of the top rappers in the world. Let me see. He didn't want to work, is what they say. Damn, that nigga ain't want to do no work. You know what I was thinking it was? I was thinking he was tired of being under the shadow of the plex and the beefs that 50 was having. I was thinking he was tired of that. You know? Buck, I can understand what's going on with Buck because Buck seemed a little bipolar after the whole situation. When he exposed the conversations and all that type of shit, he seemed like he'll be up 1 minute, down the next, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, let me see. He didn't want to work, and boom, boom, boom. Shit knows, sir. Maybe I'm biased, but Pimp, Scarface, yeah. He would fool with Scarface on a daily basis too. They was cool as a motherfucker. Let me see. It makes sense though. You may be on or something. I don't know because I thought Banks was really up on his shit. You know what I'm saying? Because once he did separate, he took a little hiatus, but he went to touring overseas. And when you get to the point where an artist like that, 50 Cent, take you all over the world 2-3 times, he could drop you off in the middle of nowhere. If you don't know how to get back on your feet, I'm talking about high in the sky like a skyscraper, you just ain't got no hustle. I didn't even get introduced that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were about to. Few people knew, but not a big conglomerate. You know what I mean? We didn't even get the status of, like the Outlaws with Pop. We didn't even get the status like of a Boss Hog Outlaws with Slim Thug because we didn't get to put the projects out. People started noticing, oh, they be with Pimp when they see us in person type shit, but we didn't get that look. You see what I'm saying? Block Stars gave me a little something. Certified gave 17 a little something. But we didn't get that actual touring and opening up and featured on projects we were about to. You know what I'm saying? So with what we had, if a nigga took that and made something out of it, think if a nigga would have had something like Buckhead, the co-signing, the global motherfucking touring, nigga, you ain't supposed to ask 50 for nothing no more. Man, you ain't supposed to ask that nigga for $1, man. That nigga put you in a position to be a gazillionaire. Yeah, let me see what he say. Sometimes a man gotta take that trip on their own. But we knew who you were. Okay, that's what it is. Smoking you. Yeah, shout out to Smoke D. I always knew how Pimp got down. Sometimes he didn't tell you how he was gonna help you. He just led you to the water. You know? He didn't say, hey, I'm gonna bring you to the water and give you a cup, get you a little sip. Nah, he just brought you to the water. Nigga, he ain't give you no instructions. He just led you to the water. What you gonna do? So me knowing that he wasn't trying to block a nigga from getting to the water, when he led me to the water, I wanted to get my jugs filled up. See, that's the thing about it. Still to this day, black men feel inferior to one another. Buck was from the South, got them diamonds in their mouth. So black men feel threatened by one another when it comes to opportunity. If you know who you are, you know how you hustle, you ain't gotta worry about what somebody else doing. I want my niggas with me to eat. You know? I want niggas who be with me to eat. Like, it ain't fun just eating by yourself. I was telling somebody yesterday, like, I've been fucked over, you know what I'm saying, a good amount of times in life. And ain't no time was I thinking like the other people. Like, not one time was I thinking, ooh, I'm gonna fuck over these people when the money was coming. I always was thinking, I'm gonna get my share, they gonna get theirs. It never crossed my mind that I wanted something more than my share out of their pot. You know? But everybody don't move like that. You know? Everybody don't feel like that or think like that. A lot of people greedy. A lot of people will tell you on the beginning when y'all coming up, man, we getting it out the mud. We, Brody, it's us, bro. They gonna bro you to death. But when y'all manifest that pie that y'all was talking about, now they gonna start saying shit like, man, I need 50% of it. Dog, it's 4-5 of us. If you take half of it, that mean the other 3 of us got to split that half. Let's all get an equal share, bro. Not unless you did way more work and it was understood at the table when we started how it was gonna be bust down. If we discussed at the table, at the negotiation table, well, you're going to take on this responsibility, you're going to take on a bit more responsibility. So when the pie come, you're going to get 35% instead of 25%. Everybody agrees. Now, once that pie come and you say, nah, I don't want that 35, I want 45. Now it's off balance because we're not in agreement no more. But brothers, we have a problem sometimes feeling like such and such on the side of me is a threat. So you don't want to introduce him to the plug. You don't want to bring him to the water. You don't want to feed him at all. You know what I mean? That's why we don't get nowhere collectively. You know? Collectively, we don't get no motherfucking well. Because we all competing, trying to block each other. I hate to even say it, but it's like sometimes the crab in the bucket effect. Sometimes it's the crab in the bucket effect, just straight up. Everybody on the side of me, that pimp put on the side of me, I never wanted to look in their pot to see what they had. I never wanted anything from their slice. I only wanted my motherfucking slice. I remember one time, somebody gave Pimp some bad information on me. They was trying to shit on me, make me look bad. He was watching me with a fine eye. And he was testing me. One day, we was in Dairy Queen out of town. And I had probably about 3 racks. 1,200 of it, I believe. I'm just throwing numbers out. 1,200 of it was mine. The rest of it was his. Like, my cut, I got my cut. Here's yours. So when I gave him his cut, he said, how much this is? And I told him. And he took it and he started grabbing little sections of it, balling it up. And he was looking at me while he was doing it. And he gave it to whoever was at the table with him. He only kept a little bit of it. But he looked dead at me while he was doing it. I'm thinking, that's your money. If that's what you chose to do with your money, that ain't got shit to do with me, because I already got my cut. So if it ever looked as if somebody in the camp was getting more favoritism than the other, that never bothered me, because I'm already getting my cut. By you bringing me in the arenas, exposing me to people, put me on songs, paying me to do certain stuff, letting me make money doing certain stuff, I don't care what you do. Because involuntarily, I got me. I got my cut, brother. But then after he kept searching and finding, he like, damn, why niggas be lying on this nigga? We had that talk a couple of times. And back then I wasn't mature enough to understand it. Why niggas was trying to throw me under the bus back then, I had no clue. But what I did know was this. Nigga, I had mouths to feed. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I had house, cars, children. Nigga, I'm not out here to play rap with you niggas. You hear me? I'm not out here to play no rap with you, nigga. I'm out here to put it down for my crime on the grind and get me some motherfucking paper, sniff it out like a bloodhound, and bring it back home to the baby birds. If you saw me out there, you knew it. Damn, this nigga, he a hustler. Damn, this nigga hustling. Why this nigga hustling? Nigga, I got mouths to feed, nigga. You think I'm gonna come back home, my kids looking up at me, I've been gone all this time and shit, and I'm gonna feed them trill stories? Huh? Y'all like that shit, nigga. Can't get them babies no trill stories, nigga. Nigga, I had to fill up them cupboards, nigga. Put milk in them bottles. You know what I'm saying? Put bacon. Yeah, nigga. But nah, man, it was a glorious thing to do to roll with my nigga. But I understood some brothers, they inferior, man. They don't want to see you get in a certain position. For whatever reason, that's they goddamn business. But helping you get $1 or $2, niggas act like they don't know where that dollar at. You hear me? Let me see. You and Toe should make a song for Pimp. Man, Toe already know it's up with me anytime he ready. White Tim, what it is. Get it, grind. Yeah, man, we gotta grind, man. Listen, I ain't stopping. I ain't stuck. Nigga, I'm creating new shit every day. Let me see. Wow, man. Hey, bro, how are you? I am Muhammad Ali. Well, from Pakistan. You Muhammad Ali from Pakistan, float like a butterfly, Pakistan like a bee. Nah, man, yeah. So I'm creating new shit every day. One of my main projects that's coming soon, hopefully before July, which it look like it will be, is the book, Down with the Kings. The book, Down with the Kings, my nigga. I be done read y'all some of this shit, nigga. Nigga, I'll read you a little piece of this shit. Nah, look, that shit coming together, nigga. That shit coming together like butt cheeks. Yeah, nah, that shit coming together, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You love you, I. You love you, I. Huh? Yeah, you love you I don't know what the fuck that mean. But yeah, nigga, that shit coming together. And it's gonna be a thick book. It ain't gonna be no little cheap ass. Listen, that's why I know I be saying I wanna do certain shit because I have the vision in my mind how I know I want the product to look. Like when I be putting out all them single covers, album covers, when you see me do any creative shit, artwork, placements, because in my mind I already see how I want it, you know? And when I see how I want it and I look at what other people do, I know that it's top notch, it's top tier. Because we've had the chance to see how others present their products. And if a nigga put out a fuzzy piece of artwork, barely legible motherfucking titles and everything, shit fuzzy, that's what was in his mind. That's his perception, his manifestation and perception in his mind. This is what he see. He sees fuzzy shit. What I be trying to show a motherfucker is, nigga, I see clarity in my mind. That's why them artworks, when them bitches come out, nigga, them bitches be crispy, nigga. Because I tell the person, see, I'm not the person who know how to create the shit. You know, I ain't good at that. I'm a co-producer. You see what I'm saying? I ain't playing no instruments, pop, 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 but I got the vision in my mind how I want the shit to look. So I hire the person, put my mind and ideas in them. They use their hands because they got the know-how and they create what I see in my mind. So this book, I'm not trying to say, oh, it's just gonna be the best, it's beautiful. Now, nigga, this ain't gonna be no motherfucking book look like niggas ain't know what they doing. I put thousands of dollars in this story. Took me 5 years. Took me 5 years, but I bet you the next one won't take 5 years. You hear me? It took me 5 years to learn, get some bumps and some bruises, get some understanding, and get some more clarity on life. And I thank God that I'm almost to the point, boy, I'm about to wrap this thing up. And everybody who believed in me, who know I would, man, salute to y'all. Everybody who stopped believing, who think, oh, that nigga, no, nigga, that nigga ain't nothing about that nigga decline. Ain't nothing about that nigga declining. And I don't take no Viagra's. I don't take no Viagra's. I'm still going up. But yeah, all I can tell you is it's going to be a beautiful project. It's going to be a beautiful project. Look, I think I want to go back and play on TikTok before I call my media run a night. But I just wanted to come fool with y'all because I'm cool with y'all because I believe I know what to do with y'all. But I'm finna go on TikTok and go play a little bit. If you want to fuck with me for a hot second, man, come on TikTok, like, let's cut it up. I'm at Hezeleo on everything, all across social media sites. I think I want to cuss TikTok out, but I can't. You see what I'm saying? What's up with it, man? I can't cuss TikTok out. I got to talk like a mark on TikTok. I got to be non-vulgar like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? I got to be PG like a motherfucker. Let me see. Say my name, bro. Say my name. Say my name. Nigga, don't be in there asking for a nigga to say your name like that and when nobody's around me. You know what I'm talking about? Why you playing games looking ass? Say my name. Say my name. What's your motherfucking name anyway? You know what I'm talking about? Nice cap. Man, go get you one of them ball caps and tennis shoes. Go to trigger.biz. Get you one of them ball caps. You're going to get a free sticker. You see what I'm saying? That's that cellophane sticker. You're going to get a free sticker. You might get two. But go get you one of them ball caps and tennis shoes. It's a hustler's attire when you're on the move. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. Bruh, just say his name. You say his name. I said his name earlier, Hussein Malik. His name was Muhammad Ali. And I asked him, was he Muhammad Ali from Pakistan, or was he Muhammad Ali who float like a butterfly and sting like a bee? You see what I'm saying? He didn't even clarify it. But yeah, man, go get you one of them ball caps and tennis shoes. Trill Gear.biz. It's a hustler's attire when he's on the move. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, go to ball cap and tennis shoes. Yeah, so I tapped in, man. I'm about to tap out. Let me see. I am your fan. Can you send me a gift? Yeah, I can send you a gift. Here, I'm finna give it to you right now. Take that there.